So happy new year, happy 2017. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season and amazing 2016. My holidays were awesome. I just had to take a little bit of a breather, regroup, and now I'm back for the new year. I had so much fun doing Vlogmas. If you guys haven't seen all my Vlogmas videos, I will post a playlist so you guys can check them out. I had so much fun doing it, and I wanted to say that I'm going to do vlogs throughout the year. I'm not going to create a separate vlog channel just yet, just because I don't know how often I'll be doing the vlogs. So when I do have a vlog, I'm going to post them on my main channel. I hope that's okay with you guys. So anyways, enough about Vlogmas. Today we're going to be doing my best of 2016 beauty favorites. So favorites from this past year, products that I was obsessed with and using all throughout the year and that had just won my heart. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So grab a snack, grab a drink. We're going to get started. It's probably going to be a long video because I like to talk and I like to use my hands. So let's just get started. We got everything in this pouch. So I'm going to try to be organized and, you know, do face products first, then eyes and lips, all of that. So we're going to start with face products. And we're gonna start with primers. So two primers that I wanted to mention to you guys that I use and love throughout the year. This might have been a carryover from the year before, but this primer is just my absolute favorite. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. Minimizes the appearance of pores, absorbs any kind of oil. I have pretty much normal to combination dry skin. I'm pretty much all over the board. I'm not super oily, but if you're dry, don't be afraid to use this because I have dry areas too, and this does not make me look any drier. But yeah, it's a great primer, makes everything last all day, has kind of anti-aging ingredients in there, and it's just my go-to. So this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. And then a eye primer that I love. This is not specifically like an eyeshadow primer. This I love more specifically for my under eye area. It makes your under eye area just ready for concealer. It's like, boom, concealer, I'm ready for you. You're not gonna look cakey. It kind of helps with my puffiness a little bit. And this is from PORE Cosmetics, and this is the HYDRA Gel Lift little eye thingamajig. Just looks like this. It does not have a color. It just goes on kind of like a chapstick, I would say, is like the consistency is what I would compare it to. I usually use a just like concealer on my eyes for an eyeshadow primer, but this specifically helps me with the under eye area because you never want your concealer to make you look dry and cakey and crackly. That's not what you want, and this pretty much makes that out of the question. You're not going to have that issue, and it definitely helps with like the baggy, saggy, puffy look that I pretty much have year-round under my eyes. No matter how many hours of sleep I get, I just always look tired. So love those two primers, can't live without them. Next, moving on to foundation. Too Faced Born This Way is one of my all-time favorites, but towards the end of this year, I tried this one and I pretty much never looked back. It is the SMASHBOX Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. And this one I love because it's super long wearing, looks great in pictures, you know, the studio skin, and it's hydrating. And I feel like a lot of the long wear foundations make your skin super matte, and this one gives a little bit more of a natural finish but still provides great coverage. It's oil free, so even though it's hydrating, it's still oil free. You don't have to worry about that. And I don't know, it just is a great foundation. It blends really easily and it doesn't look cakey, and those are all things that I look for in a foundation. I have this in the shade 2.4, and yeah, I'm obsessed with that. And then another, I guess you could call it like a tinted moisturizer, is this one from IT Cosmetics. It's the Your Skin But Better CC Full Coverage Correcting Cream with SPF 50 and anti-aging hydrating serum in one. So this one is amazing. It's pretty much a foundation, but it has all the added benefits of like a CC cream. So it has like the anti-aging in there. It's full coverage. A lot of like tinted moisturizers are not full coverage. This one gives you that coverage that you want. It doesn't give flashback in pictures. Even though it has SPF in there, it's a physical sunscreen and a chemical-free sunscreen. So it doesn't give you that flashback in pictures. It feels great on the skin. It's really hydrating as well. It's also great if you're going on vacation because it gives you that added sun protection and just looks great. So I have it in the shade Tan, and yeah, this stuff is amazing. Then for my concealer, this one I think is one of everybody's favorites. Ever since it came out, everybody's been raving about it. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have it in the shade Light Medium. It's a very full coverage concealer, but it's very creamy, doesn't look cakey, And yeah, it's perfect for, you know, highlighting and doing your under eye area. It's just perfect for that. I know it's sold out a lot, but if you can get your hands on it, definitely try it. And yeah, blend it out with a beauty blender and it just gives you that amazing, like glowy, brightening, highlighted look. So love this concealer. Then for powders, I talk about this powder all the time. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It's amazing. I am pretty much done with this container. It's lasted me like over a year and I don't know. It's just amazing. I don't think any other setting powders are better. I've tried some and this one will always be my go-to. Doesn't matter what day it is. If I'm wearing makeup, I'm setting it with this. That's just it. Then for a face powder like foundation that I like to use, this is the Milani face powder, the Multitasker, and I just have it in the shade Light Tan. As you can see, I've hit pan. It's a great like drugstore powder, doesn't look cakey. I use it as an eyeshadow sometimes. It's just a really great, you know, multitasking powder. You can set your foundation with it if you want to. Sometimes if I feel like I put too much of like a blush or something on, I'll go over it with that and it kind of just cancels it out. I also keep this in my purse. So if I have any areas I need to touch up, I'll literally just put my finger and just like, you know, do like a little spot coverage. If I have a problem that I need to deal with, this stuff is awesome. So it's a drugstore powder and it's great. Next, moving on to blush. This blush, ever since I tried it this year, I have been in love. It's called Dallas, and I don't just love it because I like the Dallas Cowboys, but that's an added bonus. It's just the perfect color. I'm wearing it today. I wear it pretty much every day. It just looks like this. So it's a very neutral color. Has a little bit of shimmer in there, but it looks good with pretty much any makeup that you wear. It's never gonna take away from a makeup look. And you don't want your cheeks to be the main focus, like your cheek color. You pretty much usually want it to be your eyes or your lips or your highlight. This doesn't take away from anything. It's just the perfect everyday color. And I don't know, I love blushes. I just think that blush is an essential. I know not everybody wears blush, but I feel like it just makes your face look more awake and more dimensional. So this one happened to be my favorite, so I absolutely love it. And that's from Benefit. I don't know if I said that or not. Next, moving on to highlighter, illuminator. I tried so many this year, so it was hard to really pick one. But this one I used a lot. I brought on vacation with me. It's just a great little palette. It comes with 4 different highlighters, so that is great. And this is the Anastasia Glow Kit. They have a bunch of these, and this is the Sun Dipped one. And I'm wearing it today. I usually mix these 2 colors right here, Summer and Moonstone, but these are also really great colors. You can use this as like a bronzer or more of like a blush color even, and they're very, very pigmented. They give you a nice fine milled shimmer. They don't give you that chunky glitter look. It's very finely milled, and yeah, so I have it on today, and it's just one of my favorites. And there were so many that I wanted to mention, but this one, you just can't really go wrong, especially since there's 4 built into it. You're gonna love at least one of them, you know? So that one is probably my favorite, but a lot of the other glow kits I love too. The Gleam one is great. That glow kit is great. So I definitely wanted to mention one of the glow kits because they're just really, really great products. Next, I wanted to mention my favorite bronzers, you know, contour colors. So this one is probably obvious. I use this in probably every single makeup tutorial that I do. This is the LORAC Pro Contour Palette, and I'm just mentioning this for pretty much the contour colors because I only ever use one of the highlighting colors. A lot of people ask me about the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I haven't tried it, so I can't compare it, but this one, obviously, I've hit pan. I use it pretty much every day. So medium contour is my favorite, but I like that there's, you know, a range in here. So if for some reason I need it to be darker, I use a deep contour. If I need it to be lighter, or if I want to do this like for a nose contour and you don't want that to be too dark, use a light contour. And I do really like the yellow highlight. Sometimes I'll set my under eye with it, or I will use this as a brow bone highlight because a lot of eyeshadow palettes don't have a color like this. So that's why I love it so much. I don't ever use the shimmer highlight. I actually don't even know what it looks like. It's just super light and it doesn't flatter my skin tone. Maybe if you're fair skin, but it's not very shimmery anyway. And then for a different bronzer, this one is more of like an everyday bronzer for me. I don't feel like it's like the best contouring bronzer. It's more of like a natural kind of bronzer. And this is the Laura Mercier Baked Matte Radiance Powder in the color Bronze number 4. And this is a really great, just like I said, everyday bronzer. It's a little bit warm to be a contour color. I don't do like a really chiseled look with this. I just kind of use like a bigger, fluffier brush and do it for more like a natural everyday. But you could definitely use it for contouring if you wanted to, but it's a great bronzer. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So for eyeshadow palettes, these two have been my favorite. First is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I used this in a lot of tutorials ever since I got it. I just loved it. And I love the formulation of Anastasia eyeshadows. They're just so blendable, so creamy, so pigmented. You definitely have to tap your brush off before you apply it to your eyes, else it's going to be way too pigmented and it's going to not look right. But the colors are great in this palette. You can use it for every day. You can do a more dramatic look. They're just awesome. I have this on my eyes today. Today I'm wearing Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange and Cypress Umber in the crease. And then on the lid I have Antique Bronze. And the crease colors are the same for the lower lash line. And I love this palette. It's so good. And then another palette that I wanted to mention, this one has pretty much every color that you need in it, and this is the Tartelette In Bloom palette. So it just looks like this. It has a great selection of matte colors, again, which is important for doing like a whole look. And I love Firecracker. It's probably my favorite lid color to use. It's just a really gorgeous bronze shade. I also wanted to mention this because 99% of the time when you see my eyebrows, I didn't do it with a brow product, I just did it with an eyeshadow, and it's usually this one right here called Activist. So they're both super neutral palettes, but that's just what I like, and I think that's what most people like. It's just more wearable and usable and practical. So these two are definitely my favorite eyeshadow palettes of this year. Next, for my favorite liquid liner, it has to be this one from NYX, and this is the matte liquid liner. So it dries to a nice matte finish. And it's just really easy to work with. I feel like the brush is really easy to work with. The consistency, the formula, it's not too wet. I don't know, it's just easy to use. And the brush has a nice fine tip. And yeah, so that's just been my favorite this year. Oh, and then a brow pencil that I wanted to mention that I use quite a bit if I'm not doing just eyeshadow. And this I actually keep in my purse. And this is the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. So it comes with a spoolie on one end and the brow pencil itself on the other. It's kind of like an angled brow pencil. So one end is like a fine point that you can use to outline, and then the other is thicker that you can use to fill in, or you can turn it on its side and fill it in. So it's a really universal, really easy to use. That's why it's called Goof Proof. So I have it in the shade 4, which is just a medium color. I do have very dark hair, but I don't like to use too dark of a brow product. Otherwise, it just makes me look angry and weird, and that's not what you want. So I love that. Then for mascara, I think like probably 5 months out of this year, I had eyelash extensions, so mascara wasn't like on the top of my list. But for the rest of the year, when I didn't have them, I don't have them on right now. I have eyelashes on. But this is the Benefit Roller Lash. It's a really great formula if you have a problem with like your eyelashes being straight. This one holds a curl pretty well. The brush is kind of like a comb. It just grabs every little lash and defines and separates, volumizes. It's a really good mascara. And then for eyelashes that I love this year, I have my lashes on right now. These are the Stephanie Lash from ESQIDO. I had a collaboration with them this year and I just love them. So they just look like this. And they're just awesome. They're dramatic and full without being too dramatic and full, you know? So when I want a more dramatic lash, this is what I go for. And then I don't have any of my favorite more natural lash. They are the Kiss number 11. I will put a picture here. I was out of mine, and my local Walmart where I get them, they come in a 5-pack, they were out of them. So I'll have to try a different Walmart, but I'll put a picture here. They're wispy. They're natural looking and I love them, so you should get them if you go to Walmart anytime soon. So then we're just going to move on to lip products. I'm not going to mention a lip liner because I don't really feel like I favor any particular one. It's just whatever one that I see and have in front of me works. You know, from its drugstore, if it's MAC, if it's Makeup Forever, Urban Decay. I feel like they're all pretty much equal to me. I don't feel like any are more long wearing than others, so yeah. So today I'm going to be mentioning 2 liquid lipsticks and a gloss. And they're pretty much all nude because that's just what I wear. Just what I do. So Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. This is the color Stripped. It's the perfect nude shade. It's kind of more of a tan, brownish, light nude, but it's perfect for my skin tone. And then the one I have on today, I love the formulation of these ones. This is the GERARD Cosmetics Hydra Matte, and this is in the color Skinny Dip. I also love Share from them, 1995, Iced Mocha. They have so many colors that I love, but the formulation of these, you don't feel it on your lips. The Anastasia ones are a little bit more drying, and the Hydra Mattes are a little bit more hydrating, hence the name Hydra. So these are my 2 favorites though. I pretty much always keep these 2 in my purse just because they go with everything. And then for a gloss, this one is my favorite. I love the Anastasia lip glosses. They're pigmented and creamy, and yeah, they're not like a really thin gloss. It's more of a thicker gloss, but that is what makes it more long lasting, I think. So my favorite color is this one. It's just called Undressed, which is just like a basic nude color, but it looks good over pretty much any lip color that you have. If you want to add a gloss over it, this one just makes it look like the perfect nude, so I love that. So then I wanted to mention my favorite setting spray, and this one, I don't know why the bottle is pretty much brown. It's not supposed to be, but this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This one is pretty much my favorite. I will say one thing about this that I don't like. This is my 3rd one, and the pump always like sucks. Like it always sprays like not in the right way. Like I feel like the pump sucks, so a lot of times I'll replace it with a different pump. So yeah, this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It's oil free. It works great in like humid climates. It works great if it's raining. It's just pretty much gonna make your makeup like bulletproof and keeps it from looking dry and crackly or fading throughout the day. So this one is my favorite. I also love the GERARD Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Sprays. These ones have a scent to them, and sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes I'm just more sensitive to smells, but these ones are very fragrant. But I do like the green tea one, but sometimes it's just a little much for me, the scent. But if you're not bothered by scents at all, this one is great. And yeah, they have a bunch of different scents, so I love both of these. And then my favorite makeup wipes of this year are these ones. These are from Simple Skincare. This is the Micellar Makeup Remover Wipes. And these are so good. They remove everything. They don't make your skin feel sticky. They are really hydrating. And after I have them on, my skin just looks really like hydrated and dewy. And yeah, you don't have to rinse off afterward if you don't want to. And these are fragrance free, which I like for skincare products. I don't really like an added scent. I just feel like it's unnecessary. Like you don't need to be adding, you know, like a perfume to your skin. I feel like it's just unnecessary. So that's that. And then one other product that I wanted to mention to you guys is my favorite self-tanner of this year. A lot of you guys ask me what self-tanner I use, and I use a lot of them, and I try a lot of them. But this one is my favorite, and whenever I run out, I'll try a different one, but then I always go back to this one. And this is the TanCeuticals CC Self-Tanning Body Lotion in the dark shade. And I have a full video on how I apply this and before and after, all that demo. So watch that for more information, but this is a great self-tanner. It's a lotion. It's not a tinted lotion. It just goes on clear. And that's probably what I like about it the most. Other than the fact it's hydrating, I feel like a lotion formula lasts longer because like it's just more moisturizing to the skin, and more moisture means your skin isn't like shedding as much, I feel. I like that it's a lotion, but I like that it's not tinted because I could apply it and then just go out and about and go throughout my day and not feel like I'm walking around looking like I just crawled out of a mud pit, which a lot of the tinted ones, they just don't look natural when you have that color guide on. It just like, I don't know. So I don't like to walk around and then have to wait. So usually you can apply it before bed or whatever and you won't have that problem with like the tinted things. But I don't know, I just really like this one. The scent is nice. It's kind of like a coconut scent and it's really hydrating. So that's why it's my favorite. You can apply this to your face as well. They make a separate one for the face, but I feel like it's not as dark. So I would just say go ahead and apply this one to the face. So I think you can only get it online, but yeah, so I'll put the link for this also, but it's definitely been my favorite this year. So yeah, that wraps up my 2016 Best of Beauty, favorite products, whatever you want to call it. Those were my go-tos, my faves. And yeah, I'm excited to see what 2017 has to offer makeup wise, because I'm just always on the hunt for bigger, better things, you know? So yeah, let me know what some of your favorites from 2016 were. I would love to hear guys' suggestions. Also leave me suggestions for videos that you want to see this year. Like, let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know what you want to see less of. Just let me know. Like, I want to hear what you guys want. What do you want? So yeah, thank you guys again for an amazing 2016. I don't know where I would be without my followers, and I just want to say this. I go to a lot of other people's channels, and I feel like my followers, I feel like I have the best ones. Like, I very rarely have negative people. Like, it's very rare that I have negative comments. I don't know, I just feel so lucky and so fortunate that my followers, like, I don't really care so much about the numbers. Like, Vlogmas was something that was so fun for me to do because I felt like I got more comments and more positive things than I have with other videos so far, and I feel like you guys have got to know me better this year, and I don't know, I'm just like so grateful, because I know a lot of other girls out there get so much hate or like have to turn off comments or things like that, and I feel like I'm very fortunate that you guys are so nice to me and you're just so sweet. And I don't know, like, of course there's goals that I want, and I want to have more followers and more views, but at the end of the day, I have a great following, a great loyal following who are so amazing. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, I'm so fortunate and I'm so lucky, and if I never get one more subscriber in the whole world, I literally don't care, because the ones I have are amazing. You guys rock. Like, I'm gonna cry. Let's just end this video. I love you guys. I hope you guys love this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's have a great 2017. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking before I start rambling and getting emotional and weird. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.